Among the four primary Chaos realms, the ever-changing realm of the Sorcerer was the purest expression of Chaos itself. It held no fixed paths, no present locations, not even, in truth, destinations, for what one sought in the domain of Tzeentch was never the same as what one found. There Mal'gamoth sought the impossible fortress and the soul of its guardian. But the Demon Prince did not make the mistake of setting his sights on an impossible destination, of searching for the fortress itself. Instead, ironically, he looked to Tzeentch to guide him to his target. For the Changer's presence was greatest at the impossible fortress, and the parasitic link that Mal'gamoth shared with the gods allowed him to hone in on that presence, like a living compass pointing to a god. Though the conclusion of the journey was inevitable, time, where it had meaning, was still limited. Any delay, compounded as it was by the vagaries of the ether, could prove disastrous in the material realm, where the war for Kislev raged on. The fall of Castle Alexandrinov had been an unspeakable insult to the Kislevites. Thus the Supreme Patriarch Kastalton, shamed now beyond all reason, was goaded into a suicidal attack to retake the heart of the Great Orthodoxy. The Crimson Harvest rose to the defense, meeting the maddened priest outside the city. Hundreds of hulking Khornate warriors fast-marched to the battle site, racing to be witnessed as Warfiend's vanguard. The exalted bloodthirster strode the battlefield like a brazen god, reveling in his power. Ice-guard arrows exploded harmlessly on contact with his thick hide, while the lances of the elite Griffin Legion proved to be little more than irksome splinters. Combat prowess aside, the mere presence of the Exalted of Khorne spurred the Crimson Harvest into a kill frenzy. The demonic coalition's numbers thus quickly began to tell, as berserk warriors, mortal and demonic alike, hurled themselves at their rapidly dwindling foes. As the warriors clashed, so too did their commanders. Yet again Warfiend dueled Kastalton. Alas, their previous contests were now relics of a distant past, and the Patriarch no longer represented a threat. Briefly, the Bloodthirster debated finally taking the Patriarch's skull, but still chose to stay his axe, for the Patriarch would bring more warriors to the slaughter. He still served Khorne, though he knew it not. Besides, with Kastalton's punitive army destroyed, the Ice Court would already be in a precarious position when Mal'gamoth finally returned. What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 19 of my Total Warhammer 3 Mal'gamoth the Faithless narrative campaign. So obviously we are very, very close to reaching the Impossible Fortress and hopefully can get through it this time around, depending on what else we have to do, I suppose. This time we also only have 4 turns remaining until the rifts close, but we should be able to get there in time either way. Plus we're not expelled from this, but are we still able to acquire souls? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if we actually get there in time, so we will see. Anyway, plus I guess since this is the first episode of the Demon Prince after the patch, Mal'gamoth's stats have changed quite a bit. He's a lot stronger in terms of his melee attack and defense, I believe. I didn't quite peruse the actual updates to the Demon Prince's stats all that much, but he looks like he's pretty strong, especially considering that he still maintains his Mortis Engine abilities. So that's pretty nice. Speaking of his, well, stats, we're probably going to change up some of these abilities, or these items rather, as soon as we unlock Undivided 3, which we're very, very close to now. Wait, 5, 6, 10 Undivided Glory. Why does it say progression 2, 4, 70 out of 2, 5, 30? But this says 5, 6. It doesn't matter. It's a little bit weird. Oh, this is 5, 6, 10. Oh, maybe we unlock. Then what the hell does this progression thing mean? What is this a progression to? Damn it. Huh. 2, 5, 30. 2, 5, 30. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Doesn't really matter. We'll get there very shortly anyway. Yeah, you know what? We'll wait to actually mess with his items and stuff until that happens. Also, I guess I can get the the one-button respec mod now that it's out, but it also means that we could start applying points to Mal'gamoth soon. I think we'll do that when we come back from this realm. Anyway, back to the mortal plane. Warfiend is still ready to do stuff, and I would really like to take Erengrad for us, because we don't currently have a coronate... we don't have a coronate province that is at level tier 4 or 5, which means we can't really build a high-level coronate stuff, and I'd like to get some Minotaurs in several armies. Mal'gamoth wants some Minotaurs, Warfiend might get some Minotaurs, though I'm probably inclined to get him some Skull Crushers and all that sort of thing, because I doubt I'll get those to Mal'gamoth, although maybe we'll give Mal'gamoth a very mobile force. I don't know, I'll think about it. Either way, you, my friend, are going to attack Zoishank right now. Medium casualties, eh? That's a little bit... why did it select Mal'gamoth? Weird. That's a little bit much, probably, especially considering the fact that we will most likely have to get a... get another army attacking us here sooner rather than later. I'm also a little bit concerned about this, but then again, since everything here is coronate, pretty much everything here can defend itself quite well. You gotta love the coronate stuff. Honestly, it's seeming to be likely that pretty much everything new that we take is probably going to get dedicated to Khorne, with the possible exception of one Tzeentch territory. I wanted the Forbidden Citadel to be Tzeentch, but we're probably not going to get it from these guys. Ooh, speaking of these guys, I also did want to get that military alliance with them just in case. Wow, 10k. Now, how about we join war against... Nakari, hush. How about we join war against... I don't know, who cares? The Beast Catches, for example. Yeah, there we go, 0.1. In fact, they'll actually give us some money. Okay, let's do that. I have no idea who the Beast Catchers are, some kind of rogue army, and I have no idea where they are. Although doing this will likely mean that they start moving towards us. Hey, we got 50 Undivided Glory from that, isn't that lovely? That wasn't enough, was it? Mission issued, earn 20 allegiance with an allied faction. Wait, why do we get specifically Tzeentch and Glory for any allied faction? What if we ally with the Slaaneshi faction? Aren't you gonna get annoyed? Yeah, whatever. What did I want to check? Oh, right. Mal'gamoth. Let's select you for a second. That gave us 50, but I didn't check how much more we needed. Wait, 2470 out of 2530? Wasn't that what it already was? I should just stop paying attention to that until it's done. Alrighty, well, let's have Warfiend attack, then I guess we'll get another Coronate Province. I don't see any enemies around us, but that doesn't mean they're not there. We're gonna do this manually. Yeah, we're gonna do this manually. This is kind of a garbage battle. I guess we could even seduce some stuff, but I feel like I'd rather save our money, especially since we're now conquering new provinces, and we should probably make good use of that. The cash, I mean. To actually upgrade said provinces. Plus, I'm reasonably confident that Warfiend can do a lot of damage even by himself here. He's a pretty scary unit. Also, we need to get Kygast's units in here. Remove some of the weaker units. Plus, he's toting skull cannons for Warfiend. It's about time he starts using them. All right, come on, game. What is this? Take 8 years to load. Alrighty, well, let's get our cab and I guess our... Wow, this settlement is quite big, isn't it? Alright, fine. You guys are gonna go here, and then I guess you guys are gonna go over on this side. Is there another entrance somewhere here? Yeah, there's another entrance here. Alrighty, make you guys... Ooh, wait. Can we hide you here or no? Yeah, well, we can. Alright, fine, then let's put Hellstriders... Let's put one unit of Hellstriders here as well. And you can hide. And you can hide. Perfect. Alright, you guys are going to be group, let's say 4. You guys are going to be group 5. You guys are going to be group... I don't know, it doesn't really matter because we're probably not going to be using you for this. Warfiend obviously going to be group 1, and then everybody else is going to march up right here, I think. All the way up here. Also, let's just start deployment because that thing is in the way and it's kind of annoying. Alrighty, where's the main capture location? It's over here. Huh, I wonder if we could just fly Warfiend over there and just have him kill everything. Yeah, you go here. Oh. Wait, you can't Vanguard deploy? Why can't you Vanguard deploy? Aren't we using the Vanguard deployment plague? Am I crazy? I swear I was using that. Maybe it doesn't work for him. Alrighty, well, you guys are gonna go here, here, here. Doesn't really matter how we set you up, to be perfectly honest. Because I really don't think that this is gonna be too much trouble. But hey, I've been proven wrong before. Alrighty, let's make all of you group 2? No, I guess I could have made the other ones group 3. Yeah, whatever. Start deployment, or start battle, go. Warfiend, go kill something. There's a bunch of cav here. And a Zargard unit there. Kossars. Where's that unit of Zarg Ice Guard? There we go. Go capture them, or kill them. Now, don't have to really worry about Warfiend. Let's move everybody else up like so. I think we should probably do this. Move you up like so. Alright, there we go. They should be moving in roughly the same speed, and then you guys, time to move in. Start capturing stuff right here. And you guys as well. Move in right here. Looks like they're not guarding this stuff. And we can move in and hit the enemy in the back. Alrighty, Warfiend, you're probably going to take some damage to the enemy range. It looks like some of our Plague Bearers are doing so as well. Over those Ice Guard. Now, hopefully he actually lands among them. Oh, we can also summon some Furies to distract these Armored Kossars, for example. You're gonna go past this, right? Oh, don't land on the wrong side. Yes, okay, you will land on the right side. Beautiful. You guys attack the Armored Kossars. Alright, Warfiend, kill. He actually didn't really get damage there, which is nice as well. You guys keep moving in as well. Also, I could probably just tell them all to attack. You know what? Here we go. You guys, attack this. You guys can be group 3. And then you guys can go and attack this. Alrighty, that should take care of itself. And Warfiend, you're fine out here. You guys need any help? Nah, you're good. You're good. Alright, how are those Ice Guard looking? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. It actually seems fairly disadvantageous to be fighting a unit on top of this little barricade, because they're not surrounding him. They do have glaives as well, and they probably could be making some decent use of them, you would think. Alright, how's everybody else looking? Hey. Nah, the faster units are out there by themselves. Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. You guys move out right here, and rampage. Force this Armored Kossar unit to rampage. You guys are gonna take forever, aren't you? Oh, look, our Warfriend's here by himself. Alrighty, well. You guys, you've almost capped this, and I think you will cap it any second now. There we go. Go help Warfriend. Go hit that in the back. Alright, how about this side? What is that? Winged Lancers? Alright, go kill them. Ooh, looks like Warfiend's taking a little bit of damage now. Who's he fighting? Zargard, possibly? Yeah, he's also... Oh, he's taking some hits from a range. And, you know, go after those Kossars with spears and kill yourself after anyway. Alright, you guys attack this, please. All together. Wow, are you guys really going to allow yourselves to get flanked like this? Ouch. That's not so good. Huh, but they're not getting engaged. I really don't like how the AI can avoid getting engaged. If this was a player's unit, it would have already been forced to fight. Also, let's summon another unit of Furies on top of you, let's say. Warfiend's back in action. Keep killing those Kossars. Don't bother using that healing potion as yet. Everybody else keep moving up. Especially you. Might as well get some casting out there. Alrighty, how are you guys doing? Well, you're taking your sweet time to get here. Alright, move on. And you guys attack that ranged unit. Alright, how are those Winged Lancers? Well, they're running away. I guess that's all they're good at right now. Yeah, as I said, this is looking like it's going to be pretty easy, and the battle's almost over. Yeah, the medium casualties, no, obviously not. Alright, keep on attacking. In fact, maybe we send Warfiend to kill the enemy Lord as well. How are those Winged Lancers looking? Nearly dead. Warfiend, jump in and kill something. There you go. Hey, come on. You fight Warfiend. You fight him and die. Alrighty, hey, don't do that, don't do that. Probably gonna damage us more than them. Ooh, we can increase our melee attacks as well, isn't that nice? Alrighty, you guys move in. Furies, do we actually want you to do anything? Go after that unit, even though it's badly damaged. Oh, there's a tower out there. Who's badly hurt here? Unit of Nurglings. I can't bring myself to care. You know what, you can go back in and attack those Zargard, and I think we can use you to do the same thing. And do that. Warfiend, I guess it's time to use your healing potion, probably before the battle ends. You guys seem to have killed those Winged Lancers, so go after those Kossars. And where's our other... Oh, damn it, you guys are... My bad. Should have backed you up until the rest of the units got here. Alright, just back up a little bit and trying to avoid casualties, not increase them here. Warfiend's almost killed the enemy Lord, and Furies have almost killed that unit. I'm actually really shocked that the enemy hasn't completely routed yet. Some another unit of Furies, I guess, over... that unit's dead. Jump in and hit these Zargard in the back. You know what, let's increase all the melee attack of everything here. Also, you guys, all move in, hit that Zargard. Right. Come on, almost there. Good enough. Alright, drop down, and should be 30 seconds. As soon as that Lord dies, the entire enemy army will die. And there we go. In fact, we can stop our range units from firing. Probably could have cast a little something, but I honestly thought that this battle would be over a little bit quicker than it was. Alrighty, and oh, this unit of Cosmic Dervishes there. Enemy buildings destroyed. Battle is over. There we go. Warfiends killed the enemy lord. Let's find a proper battle. I know that we have Erengrad nearby, so maybe we can take that next turn and dedicate a new capital. Well, not really capital, but like a big settlement to Khorne. It looks like Warfiend killed the most, and that seems very appropriate to me. Our losses were fairly minimal at 39. Yeah, I lost a few more cav than I would have liked to, but also lost some Nurglings, so eh. At least that isn't all cav losses. But it's certainly a hell of a lot less losses than we would have gotten if we had, obviously for Khorne, please. Oh, this should finish up our Undivided Glory. Beautiful. Yeah, we would have lost a lot more if we had auto-resolved that. And there we go. Enemy killed in battle. Ooh, a Razor Standard. That's a nice pickup. Don't care about the Nurglish Zealot. And yeah, there we go. Now our money-making instantly jumps up to 2.6k because we got that considerable reduction on our... There we go. I'm surprised that there wasn't a, like, some kind of pop-up saying, ooh, you got the max level of Undivided. You awesome now. Faction-wide recruitment duration -1 turn and global recruitment... Yeah, now that is very, very useful. Especially as our Nurgle capital settlement, as in capital of a province, is very, very far away from everybody. Yeah, and that upkeep is very nice. Very nice indeed. And now, in terms of the items, I guess we can switch Mal'gamoth around a little bit. I don't imagine that he's going to have too much trouble with what we're facing. I guess... well, first of all, I'm just going to pick a few items and put them in. Do we really need the melee attack +4? I mean, it's nice, but now the glory gain is completely useless, and the recruit rank is fairly useless, so... but it is 4 melee attack for the entire army. I did want to get the armored... No, wait, that's the Scorched Prince of Chaos. Let's go Torso. I wanted to get the Armored Prince of Chaos because it's +20 armor, 15 physical resistance for the entire army, which is very, very strong. However, to get the entire set, we would have to lose both of our Mortis Engine effects. And is that worth it? That's the real question. I don't know. Well, first of all, let's keep that Mortis Engine effect for now, because I don't want to risk getting too much damage, but let's swap a few of the armored pieces around. There we go, and better plate armor for you. You're going to keep the same head, I think, because none of the new Undivided heads will give you Gore Feast, and you gotta keep that Gore Feast. Yeah, so the best one is this one that gives us call for power. Ugh, Rampage. No thank you. Yeah, this one's just straight up better in every way. It even has more melee attack. This is just straight up better in every way than the best Undivided one, which is a little bit unfortunate. Wings, we're going to keep the same as well because they have a Mortis Engine effect. A left arm, however, might be something we can switch. Ooh, I doubt it. That's a nice light gauntlet, isn't it? Also, I got to be careful about removing this, I guess. Let's see. So heavy gauntlets gives us 20 armor and 8 melee defense and 5 physical resistance. So we basically gain 10 armor but lose 10 melee attack. Now, losing 10 melee attack isn't too horrible, but I feel like the light armor gauntlets are better. I wish that this set was like pick any 5 or pick any... Well, 4 might be a little bit too little, but yeah, pick any 5 would be swell, because then we could at least keep 1 Mortis Engine effect. But yeah, I think the light armored gauntlets we're going to keep. I don't see any reason to swap them out right now. Same with the right arm, because it has a very nice ability for the slaughter, which gives us this ability, which is quite nice. +24 physical resistance, very, very nice. And yeah, we'd have to lose this ability as well if we were to go for the Armored Prince of Chaos. So I still got to think about it. I'll probably swap them around. Is there any way to like save like a loadout? That would be swell. I wouldn't want to go around looking for stuff again. Also, trophied legs. Oh, we have these because we have the Armaments of Chaos, don't we? Heavy leg armor is probably a little bit better here. Although you don't get Demonic Onslaught with it. But yeah, we're not going to do that. The tail we have to keep because it has that serpentine tail. Although armor 10 and 5, we now have 100 armor, which makes you think that maybe we pick up another 5 melee defense out of the sentient rather than the armored serpentine tail. 100 armor down to 90 armored for 5 melee defense. I'm not actually sure, because his melee defense is 67, which is pretty decent. Also, how does this look? Oh, it looks basically identical. Oh, this one actually has armor. You know what? I'm keeping this one because it looks cooler. That's an easy decision, I guess. We can't remove the hand weapon or the offhand, although perhaps later on I will swap out to a new weapon. Because, to be honest, this is kind of hurting Mal'gamoth. Like, yeah, we're gaining 4 melee attack for the entire army, but 10 and 25 as compared to, let's say, 35 and 35, or 45 and 20. Both of these are quite nice. I also want to see how they look. That's not bad. That's also not bad. Ooh, I like that it has a broken edge there. That's pretty neat. I really kind of like that, but yeah, we gotta keep this thing for the set purposes for now, Like I said, we're gonna probably swap out some items. And if we can swap out the set, we can swap out the offhand, the hand weapon, and the legs as well. But anyway, I don't want to think too much about this because it's going to take too much time. Mal'gamoth, to destroy Mr. Eternum Achinumon real quick. We're going to fight this manually, obviously, because otherwise we'll get too hurt. I'm not going to spend any money seducing stuff. We'll just have Mal'gamoth deal as much damage himself as possible. Then we're going to move back, heal ourselves, and then move forward again. Well, obviously after the turn is over, but we probably should heal ourselves before fighting the battle for the Daemon Prince's soul. And yeah, we fought so many of these weak little battles that I'm not really interested in fighting them cinematically, but not to worry, there will be battles to come. Especially if we end up fighting the soul battle this time, because that one takes forever and is always a cinematic battle. You guys, back off. Now, Mal'gamoth, you can go forward. You guys can go forward because you have reasonably decent amounts of HP. Oh, right, we can Vanguard deploy. You go here. Who's not too badly hurt? You're not horribly hurt. Counter, you can stay here and help everybody. You can stay here as well. You guys are kind of hurt, but go here. Go here, and I guess you can hit some enemies in the back. We send the Fleshhounds in them. You know what? If we send the Fleshhounds behind them, they might be able to survive. Yeah. Just gotta be careful about losing a unit. That's the main potential for this turning out poorly. Alright, you guys give me group 2, 1, 2, and I guess you guys can be 4. Everybody else can hide, I guess. Let's say in here. There we go. Alrighty, start battle. And Mal'gamoth, go kill that enemy lord. You should be fine by yourself. What's your stats at, by the way? 98, 75, 100. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty damn good. Counter, get ready to use not Rancid Visitations, but Curse of the Leper on Mal'gamoth. Mal'gamoth, drop down to the enemy lord. And everybody else? Oh, don't turn off your skirmish mode. There we go. Alright, not too bad. Now we just have to wait for where the screamers are gonna hit and then counter them. As soon as that happens. Oh, these guys are gonna move here? I kinda don't like that. You know what? Move away. Alright, you are taking a little bit of a long time to kill that Herald. Nikari would have already killed him, but I guess Nikari is sort of specialized. Alright, summon a unit here, and there we go. Most of the enemy units have landed. Time to use some abilities. Use this, so you guys move to the side and hit this. And then I want to use a... Ooh, you. Which damaging ability? Yeah, I think we'll use the explosion that you have. Blight Boil. Right there. Alrighty. And, ooh, we got heals as well. Nice. Hopefully Mal'gamoth's doing okay. I just want to see this explosion. Yeah, move forward, move forward. There we go, not too bad. I don't know how much damage that was, but it looked nice. Alright, you guys moving around and kill that. Alright, Mal'gamoth, you are almost good there. Oh, wait, has he already killed the enemy lord? He's just killing screamers now? Okay, that explains things. You go here. I guess you can go kill that Forsaken unit. But yeah, it looks like we are basically not suffering any casualties, so I think we're pretty okay here. Alrighty, looking good. You guys finish off that spawn. Wait, don't have a range unit do that. Yeah, we got a lot of fire coming in from our Exalted Pink Horrors. Although I feel like later on I'm still going to remove them from the army and replace them with like Doom Knights and other stuff, just because I like them better, if nothing else. Alrighty, now we won't even need to stay after this battle is over, because we can... what unit has been wiped out? Oh, it was just the Furies, wasn't it? Yeah, who cares? Yeah, we won't even need to stay after the battle because... well, I guess we could chase down units. I was about to say because we don't really need to heal, because we're going to full heal in a few seconds, but chasing enemies down is useful so we don't have to fight them again, because we don't need any more locusts. Okay, whatever. Alright, Mal'gamoth, who are you chasing? Alright, there we go. Battle's over. Very, very easy. Probably super minimal casualties. You guys chase down these units so we don't have to fight them again. I hope they don't respawn instantly, although they very well might. Damn it, I didn't mean to spawn that there. Huh? What the hell? Why are you so slow? Oh, was he chasing one unit? Yeah, I think that's what... No. Alright, you got overexcited there, Pink Horrors. Come on now. Oh, now we get Bolt of Change. Could have used that when the enemy were all blobbed up, instead of having to rely on that Blight Boil. The unit has been wiped out. No, it was just the summoned unit. Alright, they're just disintegrated. Alright, 17 losses, pretty damn decent. Less than Warfiend lost. Come on. We got things to do. Alrighty, there we go. Now, I guess we've reached the point where we get absolutely nothing out of any of this. It's unfortunate that they added some nice stuff to the Daemon Prince, but didn't bother to do anything about this continuing to be useless. This should just be converted directly into something. Like, multiply it by 20 and convert it to gold. That's it. Pretty simple, right? Multiplying it by 10 would probably feel like it wouldn't be enough for, like, because the max for a battle is 250 something, and I know that I've seen other lords in other campaigns get like 8 to 10k for a battle without even choosing the money thing afterwards. So yeah, pretty easy thing. Like, it should be super easy to implement a direct conversion to gold after that. Come on, devs. Anyway, but I knew this was coming, so it's all good. Just offer to the Chaos Gods in general. Pointless to do any more locusts. You are going to be somewhat alive. We are not going to chase you, though. We are going to go right back to the path to the True Liar's Monolith. We're going to heal up, and then we're going to head here. Tzeentch's Boon, Influence. Tzeentch Corruption, 9+9, all provinces. It's garbage. Global Recruitment. This is also useless, but I guess this, because I don't want the Influence. Yeah. Ah, there you go, Mal'gamoth. You are now full HP. Unfortunately, you can't move this turn, but hopefully you can... yeah, so in March Stance from here, it looks like you can get directly to the Teleport Locust, which is perfect. Alrighty, good job, buddy. Plague Ship Captain, +7 movement range. Oh, we just got a Gold Sigil sword out of this fight. Okay, so they fixed the thing where the Daemon Prince was unable to pick up items for winning. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice fix. I should really read the patch notes more thoroughly. I get too excited about wanting to try stuff, but you know, this week's been very, very busy. Oh, right, I forgot to address that a little bit. Yeah, basically, I just had a super like ridiculously busy week, so I haven't been posting too much. For those of you wondering where the updates have been. Not much I could do about that, unfortunately. It's not like I do this full time. Let's see. Now, we can probably get a few upgrades here. I definitely want Doom Knights in here. I already have some Seekers. This is useless. Rodfly's Plague Drones will probably get some Plague Drones, but I doubt we'll get any of these things. I think the most likely useful thing is either to get Bloodthirsty Beasts for the inevitable Minotaurs, or to get Riders of Doom for inevitable Gorebeast Chariots. But I feel, or not Gorebeast Chariots, Blood Crushers and Skull Crushers. But I figure we'll keep the Blood Crushers and Skull Crushers to, we'll keep those to Warfiend. Why? Because he started as a Bloodletter that had a Crusher mount, right? So I figure... yeah, that makes sense to me. I figure if he does, he probably has a little bit of a soft spot insofar as such units can have a soft spot for anything, or demons can have a soft spot for anything, for Khornate cavalry. But anyway, there we go. Plus we have a decent amount of other types of cavalry here. Alrighty, so Malg, you are good now. And I believe that's it for this turn, unless there's something to build. Hellspire Mountains, Greyling Moot. We can spend 16k to upgrade you, and that's not going to happen. We can also spend 16k to upgrade the Cathedral of Pain, which is similarly not going to happen. Zoishank, however, we can go for an immediate lookout. You're going to be full health after this. Ooh, you leveled up. Damn, we won't be able to hit Erengrad in a single go, but yeah, if we can pick this up dedicated to Khorne, we can build Minotaurs out of there. Also, we really need to get more levels for you, buddy. Get another level of Sustained by Slaughter. Khorne Glory gained. Ooh. Alright, Lightning Strike, and then we'll get Claimer of Skulls right after that. Yeah. Alrighty. Not too bad. Also, wait, this is level 17. Okay, man, it's really unfortunate that you lose levels. You can get your Blood Throne, but I'm gonna keep you on the Juggernaut for now. I'm thinking that we might get a second Blood Reaper in this army to be on a Blood Throne. Maybe. Maybe. Because I really would like to have one that leads the cavalry. You're not immortal yet, right? As silly as the concept is. The likelihood of a demon actually getting banished is pretty... I mean, not banished, but actually destroyed is actually reasonably low. Alright, there we go. And, alright, there was nothing to build there, at least not for now. Alrighty, unassigned skill points, I think that's just Mal'gamoth. Building upgrades, nope, and let's end the turn. Kygast, can you get here? Not quickly, hopefully you don't get intercepted. There's a bunch of enemies around you, unfortunately. Well, let's figure it out. I allied with the Seducers of Slaanesh, right? Yeah. Oh man, I miss this so much. I'm so jealous of people who can afford to do this sort of thing every day. Alrighty, Throt the Unclean. You want a military alliance? You're still strength rank 50. Whoa, whoa, whoa! We just dropped to strength rank 9. We were strength rank 4, I think, a little bit earlier. Huh. Somebody got a lot stronger. It was probably a bunch of AI that basically rebuilt forces that died. That's what I expect. This again. What does this all do? Diplomatic relations with a bunch of random factions that I don't really care about. Actually, this would have been helpful. Let's go for the Slaaneshi one. This would have been helpful earlier. Oh! Somebody is, Wait, I want to see. I want to see where they have entered this location. Because what if they've appeared near Mal'gamoth? That would be funny. Nah, they're not there. Oh well. Alright, you go kill Mr. Fractus, and then go there. Right after. Auto-resolve this. Hopefully we don't lose a lot of units. Don't be stupid, auto-resolve. 1. Which idiot managed to die? It was a Plague Bear. Counter. Make sure he doesn't come back. Reveal teleports. It doesn't matter. Alright, there. Now. March stance. Next locus, please. Beautiful, and we are at the Impossible Fortress now. I wonder if we can hit here without going into March stance. Not that we need to, because we have 3 turns remaining, right? Next turn, we'll have 2 turns remaining, and then 1. Yeah, we're good. We're good. This worked out. Alrighty, Kygast, you gotta get your skull or get Warfiend's skull cannons to him. So you're gonna go right here at the edge of Leblia, and then you're gonna proceed to Warfiend afterwards. Warfiend. I hope that Zoishank doesn't get retaken, but it might. We don't know if there's an army here somewhere. Wait, do we have a hero nearby that can keep an eye on things for us? This guy's probably also going for us. I wish you could steal a hero in the same way that you steal an army via coordination. Not that we can do this right now, because we just allied, but still. Alrighty, Warfiend, you're going to Erengrad ASAP, so... Since you can't reach it in 1 turn, you're gonna go right here, and you're gonna raid stuff. It'll mean you can't reach him in a single go, but meh. Oh, you can't... Oh, it's 50%? Damn. Right, fine then. As weird as this may seem, we are not going to raid. I feel like Khornate Lord should have the innate ability to raid and go into raiding camp stance. Just like killing stuff for fun, as they like to do. Go into ambush stance. You also level up. Go for, I guess, Glittering Robe. I occasionally, very occasionally, use this thing as a sudden buff when it's needed. And just in case, not that Warfiend needs it because he has a massive amount of armor, although he's not at the diminishing return stage yet, so he can still use some, so I think we're okay there. Alrighty. I'd still like to do that battle. Ooh, upgrade. I'd still like to do that battle for that soul, so let's keep moving towards that. Also going to keep upgrading stuff so we can keep making more money and hopefully actually build Kai-Gast an army, presuming that, you know, Mal'gamoth doesn't execute him for being a filthy traitor, or, or does something else. I still haven't figured it out. Alrighty, now you. Wait, not you. Nobody, because we moved everybody. Oh, you're almost back. You can come back to Warfiend's army. Cute. Yeah, I should probably take you off that burning chariot, or permanently keep it grounded, maybe. Just so that I can't lose track of it. Alrighty, well, regardless, I want to check one thing. Where is Mr. Nikari? Oh, you guys have quests for us. Okie dokie. Ally missions. Thorgard Cromson. Ulgu. The Unicursal Architect is not in the way, so I guess we'll go for Ulgu. Because they're probably going to attack us. Now, who else has a mission? You. Subtle Torture. Ally missions. Also Ulgu. Nobody likes Ulgu. So rude. So mean. Bunch of bullies. Quick deal... No, wait, actually. Just want to see here. Who wants out on aggression pack with us? Magathkin Bjornling. I really wish we didn't have the stupid military access. I regret that so much. Military access. Disciples of the Maw are unwilling. I don't really care about any of these guys. Huh. The Oracles of Tzeentch are willing, though. Ah, you know what? Why not? Wait, are you guys willing for defensive alliance oracles? Nah, well, let's just keep building relationship with them. It's not like they're a threat anymore. Give us some money.
And your destinies will be free from uncertainty.
I sincerely doubt that. In Mal'gamoth's case, anyway. Propose offer. There we go. And then, let's see, defensive alliance, military alliance. I guess we could make a military alliance with the Poxmakers if we really wanted to, but they're quite weak. With only two settlements, maybe when they get stronger. And Clan Molder's willing to get vassalized. Huh. I wonder how everybody feels about them. I mean, it's free money and stuff, right? I guess the other option would be to attack them, but since we have a treaty, we'd just not be betraying anybody. I feel like I kind of like this idea. I just want to double check that Nikari doesn't hate Molder. No, he seems to be okay with him. Okay, what about Nurgle? Huh. You know what, I need to look up how Clan Pestilence or Plague Monks feel about Nurgle and vice versa. They probably think that we're the plagueiest. That's a word. Yeah, everybody seems to be okay with this, so let's vassalize Clan Molder. Initiate diplomacy, please. Give us balanced offer, thank you. Not like they're allied or anything. Alrighty. Alright, looks good to me. Free vassal after all, and free money. Hopefully they just don't take, like, Grog or something from us, because, well, obviously we want that. Alrighty, now. I believe we can end the turn with that. No, I think I want to spend money at, and yeah, we are just gonna ignore you, go. Next turn, please. Time for Mal'gamoth to hit up Tzeentch for a soul. I don't think anybody's gonna beat us there now. Listrorgal, Septic Claw. Are you guys still alive? Stop it. Stop being alive. You don't have my permission. You certainly don't have Mal'gamoth's permission. Alright, Beast Catches, Bloody Harvest, Flexion Host, blah 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 blah. This is all garbage, and Faction Destroyed, Wandering Dead. Damn, I guess I should have joined war against those guys instead. Ready for duty, Volatile. You can follow Warfiend. Try not to die again. You are going to go to... I can't go into Zoishek directly, which kind of worries me, because if there's a full stack here, they could attack you right outside the settlement. With a full stack, it would be pretty bad. Yeah, I think we'll keep away from this a little bit and move, like, right here. It's unlikely that they'll be able to reach you, or at least that anybody will be able to reach you from here. Then Warfiend. Siege Erengrad. We're gonna take this probably next episode, because I'm gonna have Mal'gamoth take the big ol' cinematic battle now. Alright, they're at crushing defeat. Yeah, I doubt it. We're just gonna send Warfiend up on the walls and he'll kill all of you. Alright, well, continue siege. Yeah. Actually, it would be funny if Khornate units were just physically unable to siege. They just had to attack. Let's also go for dedicated town. Yeah. I don't want to spend all that cash, but gotta do what you gotta do. Fort Stroghoff. Now, I was going to build something Khornate here. The question is what? Do we build a spawn of Khorne for the Exalted Bloodletters, and Exalted Bloodletters, or do we go for the Khorne Warrior building? I did want to get some more Khorne Warriors in, well, actually, just in general, some Khorne Warriors in the summer. Yeah, I guess we're gonna need that. Alright, Fort Stroghoff, we will build this here. Then we need another, well, I guess Leblia and Dajan. One of them can go for a military building, and then one of them can go for a Warpstone Locust. Alrighty, and I believe that's all for the building stuff, so Mal'gamoth, time to go, buddy. I guess we'll level up the, we'll level you up as well. Before a fight, after all. Well, Woundmaker looks like the only useful thing here. Yeah, let's go for Woundmaker. Alright, time to go. Time to take another soul. Vanguard, right? Yeah. And, well, this is kind of irrelevant because it doesn't show us what is actually waiting for us, and there's the Librarian. I still really like those arms, damn it, and I haven't been able to find them in this, but they're, you know, probably weaker than the arms we're currently using. We've got some really nice arms, or at least one of our arms is really nice. The other one's kind of, okay. Anyway.
The impossible fortress, impregnable to all but the insane. To enter the fortress unbidden would be a mistake, but piercing its defenses will suffice to summon the wrath of the Librarian. Control the Crystal of Lore in the Labyrinth. This will give you a foothold and grant us supplies to reinforce for the struggle ahead. There are 2 other crystals you will need to capture, and so dominate the battle. Confound the Great Changer. Refuse to play the part he has written for you, and destroy all who get in your way.
Prove to the ruinous powers that my dark gifts are richly deserved.
Alrighty, why don't you prove that yourself, Mal'gamoth? Here we go, yet another soul hunt in the realm of Tzeentch this time. And, well, once again, I've made this comment before in this particular location, but this place is just fantastically decorated. You gotta love the infinite labyrinth, the whole fortress thing. I mean, the whole aesthetic of the impossible fortress in the Tzeentch realm is pretty damn awesome. Now, on top of that, the interesting thing about the Tzeentch realm is, as I've said, it is probably, well, there's no probably about it in my opinion, it's the most difficult of the soul hunts. It actually makes you work for the soul, as you might otherwise take too much damage because of all the range abilities that the enemy has, so yeah, this should be a fun time. Alrighty, well, obviously Mal'gamoth's gonna move in first, then he's gonna start smacking horrors around. Should be a pretty easy time for him as he's not threatened by that, but he's gonna get supported by a few of the faster units in a second. There we go, the faster units are moving in, and the other heroes are as well. Obviously, this is just the first location, and it's just the guard units, and they're all very, very weak, and they have absolutely no chance here. Well, they don't really even have any chance to do damage here. They're just gonna get all surrounded and destroyed. And we even summon some Furies. It's nice that you get 10 uses of this. I almost feel like they made it that you can use it 10 times specifically for these particular battles. Because obviously in a regular battle it's extremely unlikely that you're going to get 10 uses, right? Alrighty, and there we go. It looks like they're just about done for. As you can see, they're all melting right now with the possible exception of those screamers, which should get ripped apart in a second. And there we are. So the first location is ours. We have suffered no damage whatsoever. I guess these Furies got damaged a little bit, but, well, they were supposed to get damaged. That's just fine. Alrighty, well, with that captures, we're going to speed it up a little bit, as these things always do take forever anyway. And we're going to get ready. As you can see, I've decided to move all of my units to the edges rather than sit here and wait for the enemy to come to us. That's the interesting thing about this Tzeentch location. And the others, you don't really have to do anything. You just build a few towers, put your units up in a blob, and wait for all the giant piles of melee units to attack you. But here, if you do that, all the Tzeentchian units will move to halfway to you, and then they'll start hitting you with all that range damage, especially now with all the buffs that the Flamers got, that made them a lot more dangerous. That's another thing that we should that should make you wary of the Tzeentch location. And anyway, as I've played this a couple of times, I figured that the best way to do this was to actually get as close to the enemy spawn locations as possible and just force the enemy into fights. Oh, it's a pink core. Okay, for a second I thought that they had already gotten access to exalted pink cores, but it looks like no, it's just a pile of regular ones. And here we go. Battle's about to be joined. Should be a fairly easy one once again at the start, i.e. this first one, but, you know, we can still take quite a bit of damage. The enemy is actually firing. It's actually doing damage, which is not the case for a lot of the time, the other soul hunts. And there we go. Every single unit of pink cores that blocks your units is now just going to allow the Flamers to fire on you. And that can now be very, very scary. Alright, come on. I just said fire. Why? Come on, guys. That's the one thing you do. There you go. It is a lovely effect, but I've always liked fire units. And yeah, see, we got about, what, 25% damage on one of those units. Of course, the Flamers are now going to get overrun and ripped apart by our quick units, but, you know, they've done some damage, which is more than I can say for a lot of other units. Mal'gamoth's dropped by about 25% HP as well, and even more units are moving in over this side. Although, to be fair, Mal'gamoth's fighting by himself, whereas all the other units are, they have backup. Plus, it's not that we really care about him taking too much damage because he can heal up because of War Feast and the, well, at this point, various types, I guess, of healing that we have access to, whether it be our own casts or whether we pay supply for it. So yeah, Mal'gamoth's doing a good job. I think the best location turned out to be here. I ended up setting up 4 units of Exalted Pink Horrors over on this side, and they absolutely obliterated anything that arrived. I think that 2, maybe 3 would have actually been sufficient. Well, knowing for the future, I suppose. I also did build, I think, 1 or 2 possibly towers just to provide a little bit of artillery support, but obviously, as we can see, we're by and large just sort of spawn camping. Wherever the enemy comes in, that's where we attack them. Just gotta prevent as many of them from firing ranged shots as possible. But yeah, as you can see, we're still taking damage everywhere. We will obviously heal that up, but it's always fun to see that we take more damage doing this than the other soul hunts. Alrighty, and we're just about done here. 11% left on this wave, and our own pink horrors are providing some support. I do believe those are regular pink horrors over there, as I did summon... Wait, no. Or yes, okay, yeah, I did summon a couple. I forgot which of the loci or whatever these are. Gem? Crystal? Close enough. Which crystal that I summoned those at, whether it was this one or one of the next ones. But there we go, that's it for this wave. It's at 5%, and there are only a tiny amount of units remaining. Hey, looks like there's a... Hey, what's this? This little symbol. Huh. You know, I never really pay attention to those symbols. Why does this one have a symbol, and this one does? Does this mean it's fighting in melee, even though it's not supposed to be? I have absolutely no clue. I really should pay attention to symbols a little bit more. Nobody else has it. I'm just gonna see. The other range units don't appear to be having any kind of symbol. What happens? Yeah. Oh, there's a Doom Bolt going down, or whatever the Tzeentchian equivalent of Doom Bolt is. Oh, that chariot plowing right through those Forsaken as they charge in. That was a pretty perfect move. Good job there, Scipio. Or Viditas, rather. Damn it, I confused the Nikari and the Mal'gamoth Aluruses. But there we are. That unit of Forsaken died really quick, and that wave is over. So I don't know what that symbol was. It looks like the engage in melee symbol, I think, but I don't see why we would be seeing that, considering it's an enemy unit. Anyway, we're going to speed up through this as we are going to have to move forward a little bit, and everybody's going to have to move together. Obviously, we have several extremely slow units, like our Plague Bearers, and honestly, the Chaos Warriors of Khorne aren't all that quick either. To be honest, I feel like I've been completely spoiled by the Nikari campaign, wherein the entire army just moves at a blistering pace. And, well, it's quite nice, as I've always really liked mobile armies, which may sound a little bit strange, considering the vampire counts are my favorite faction by far. But, you know, they have a lot of caps, so I'm going with that. Even though zombies and skellies are a little bit on the slow side. There we go, Mal'gamoth's gonna duel some screamers out here. At least he's now fighting with his new stats, 106, 98. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. His stats are now fairly strong. That's plus, as I was saying before, the Mortis engine effect, so... And there we go. Obviously, he's going to drop in by himself, do as much damage as possible, but more importantly, distract the enemy while the rest of our forces move in. As the backup is here, or at least the fast-moving units are moving in all the way in the background. We can still see our Plague Bearers and our other slow units very, very slowly approaching, but I am not a patient enough person to wait for those, and we might as well just have everybody engaged. I'm really interested / curious to see what the blood effects are going to look like just on the demons, right? Because demons don't really bleed, as in they don't bleed blood. So will their wounds be like fiery, or what? Will there be ectoplasm all over everybody? Yeah, you probably don't want to be destroying any Nurgle units. But then again, they dissipate, right? So they shouldn't technically... leave anything behind. I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean, the game already looks fantastic, but I'm very excited to see what that will look like. Anyway, once again, this is another location that we are going to capture, the second one, and obviously the guards are no kind of problem, but the enemies that spawn and try to take it back are much more so. Oh, I never noticed that there's a little mini eye, eye of Sauron on top of this little... tower over the portal, so you have an eye and a portal at the same time everywhere. Neat. I feel like I've noticed these eyes because these little towers are everywhere, but I never noticed that there was a eye over each portal specifically. Huh. And I take it that's a big eye that you can't quite see, but you can see the outline of the eye, and there's a bigger portal over there. Also, honestly, this labyrinth doesn't look that difficult. Oh man, I feel like they should have done it so that you could see like more and more of the labyrinth stretching into the background endlessly. Because like, if this is truly the end, and I know that it isn't, it's just that it's all that we can see. But nah, I suppose. Oh, maybe this is like a teleport locus or something like that, so you could jump around. Hi, Tzeentch, how you doing up there, buddy? Anyway, we're going to speed this up as we move our forces into position, and there we go, Wave 2 is here. We're going to move our fastest units to one of the furthest portals where the enemy units are going to be summoned, and we're going to just have them sit here and kill everything for as long as they can, or rather until the slower units get here, like the Bloodletters or the Plague Bearers or whatever that we're sending out there. Obviously, the other units are also going to sally out and do the exact same thing, and it looks like the enemy actually got a unit of Knights of Tzeentch who spawned and then countercharged us just as we were about to move, so we're getting some actual fighting going on over here. It also allowed the enemy Flamers to attack us. We also summoned a unit of Furies to block as many enemy units as possible. There's an Exalted Flamer right there, probably dishing out a decent amount of damage to us. Alrighty, fortunately a lot of the units that got caught here, I guess, were the Exalted Pink Horrors, which they do have their barriers, so we do have a little bit of leeway. Or we did, at least. And there we go, Bloodletters charging in with that Blood Throne. Blood Shrine. Close enough, close enough. Alrighty, and there we go. It looks like we've won over on this side. Well, we obviously haven't won because the waves just started, but we've at least prevented the enemy from doing too much damage. Though, to be fair, we did have to commit quite a few units over on this side. We are also still trying to get the rest of these units over here, but until then, all of our quick units are just going to stay here. And then once these guys are ready to block everything off, they can move away. Meanwhile, Mal'gamoth obviously fighting by himself as he likes to do. Man, that's a lot of fire he's taken, but I don't think he cares too much, although I imagine he cares somewhat. Should have really been careful to face him towards the fire so that he can actually use his shield there. Because, oh yeah, that's a lot of flamers hitting him now, and at this point I think it's probably the best point to get him out of there. He did distract the enemy, but he did take nearly half damage. It wasn't really the damage that was worrying me, because he can heal it if he likes to. However, the problem there is, as you can see, the limit, the healing limit, or the regeneration limit. Oh yeah, look at all that fire. You gotta love the fireworks, though. It's one of the nice things about fighting the forces of Tzeentch. But yeah, I don't want him to go down to like a quarter HP and then not be able to heal up, because then he wouldn't be able to fight the Librarian. And oh, it looks like our Plague Bearers have finally arrived and are going to block off this portal. The main portion of our forces are still fighting over here, and it looks like we're starting to take more and more damage out here. The Bloodletters are dropping to about half HP, though obviously we can heal them. Getting a little bit of a support from our Exalted Pink Horrors, and dropping in as many of these Summoned Furies as we can. They really come in handy, just to, because every time you summon one, you essentially prevent a ranged unit from firing, so that's quite useful, even if they don't end up killing a unit. Oh, and it looks like the enemy... Wait, did they just drop some Furies of Tzeentch on our own Furies? Chaos Furies Tzeentch. And I take it ours are just Chaos Furies without affiliation, yeah. Ooh, Blue Horrors and Exalted Pink Horrors having a little bit of a shootout there. Willing to bet the Exalted Pink Horrors have the advantage here. Ah, look at that background. And there we go. It looks like our warriors have finished off both of the... your building was destroyed. Who cares? Another reason, I guess, not to build a building. It's difficult to bother building buildings in the fight for the Tzeentchian soul, because once again, the enemy has so much range that they just end up destroying it. And there we go. It looks like this is the portion... Huh. Just like a giant claw thing? What is that from, I wonder? And it's fading away. Oh, it's from the, it's from you. It's from the Exalted Secret Chariot. Yeah, neat. Ooh, and you just took a shot from that Flamer of Tzeentch. That's a little bit unfortunate. Just gotta prevent him from taking any more of those shots. There you go. Mal'gamoth is also going to help out over here. As we can see, our fast-moving units moved away from that other location and are going to help out over here. But yeah, this portion, once everybody here is dead, we will have won the second one. But I'm having a pretty fun time here. This is going pretty fun. That made sense. I'm tired, damn it. It's been, I was about to say it's been a week, but it's been several weeks now of just way too much work. Oh, man. Must not think about it, rather. Alrighty, there we go. Looks like these guys are melting and are just about done for. The wave is down to 3%, and it looks like Mal'gamoth has won, although he is down to about 50% HP in terms of what he can recover. So now we got to be really careful with deploying him or moving him in and having him fight several waves by himself. Although he did do well, that's for certain. I have no doubt that he'll have the greatest amount of kills. He's got 271, and those are, after all, Tzeentchian units, and he has been going after, like, single targets quite a lot as well, like going after Flamers and Exalted Flamers, so that's definitely a good kill count. And there we go. It looks like with the second point captured, or the enemy assault to retake it having failed, we got the third and final one ready to go, the ever-climbing crystal, the last one. Look at the last time I played this, I felt like the first one should be the last one. What was the first one? The burning crystal. No, I think that might have been the corn one, because they had an icon of blood, maybe. Alright, I think the corn one, the last one, was an icon of torment. And, like, the second one was the icon of blood, and it's the blood god. Come on, guys. Okay, but anyway, let's speed this up. Everybody's going to have to move up, and once again, it's going to take a while. A few of our units, as you can see, got a few upgrades, and there we go. This time we're not actually moving Mal'gamoth in first, but Viritas over here. There we go. The loose formations of the Pink Wars always look kind of funny to me when the chariots plow through them, because it just doesn't seem like they do as much damage, obviously, because not as many units get thrown away or thrown around by this. I really love the Exalted Seeker chariots and the Hellflayers in general, though. It's such a cool looking unit. Good job, Viritas, leading the charge while Mal'gamoth is busy. And oh, the third location has a Lord of Change out here, who we have surrounded with our units of Plague Drones, which do a little bit of damage. We also got to be careful because several of our units have at this point taken a lot of damage, are no longer able to heal up. Really, you can see that this one's at 2,000 HP, and it can't heal above that. I don't remember anybody taking nearly this much damage in any of the other soul battles, because generally they're quite easy. I feel like they should modify the other ones a little bit, although to be fair, once again, I do think that they have been designed to be doable from the first one, right? So like they should be easy enough so that if you go for the first one, which is at turn 30 or so, with your probably pretty garbage army, that you are capable of winning it. Which is why they're generally pretty easy. I'd be interested to see... I gotta remember to try in one of the other campaigns if I do another one of these campaigns where I actually pay attention to the rifts. I'm just thinking I gotta try maybe doing the Tzeentch one first, rather than, well, second or third, just to see whether, or how difficult it is with a pretty basic army. Anyway, it looks like the enemy's in a pretty bad way here, and it looks like it's just the Lord of Change remaining. But I've been watching because I do like the animation, so we could just keep watching. Mal'gamoth moved in to try to help out with that, as he did want the final kill there. And there we go, down goes the Lord of Change, and we're good. We have, in the meantime, also summoned a few units. I wish there was a way to see, like, all the units that you have on the field in a replay, like, display the unit card for a second, but I don't think there is. Or if there is, I don't know it. Well, I guess we can see from here that there are some units that have taken damage. One of the Plague Drones is obviously a summoned unit. We're obviously going to summon Mal'gamoth's other evolutions or other forms or versions or whatever, like the Bloodthirster and the other greater demons. There we go, they're all going to help out with the Librarian, who should be in right about now. Alright, here we go again. That wasn't quite on cue, but whatever. And the Librarian is in. Fortunately, we do have a few flying demons of our own summoned Lord of Change, or our own Bloodthirster plus Mal'gamoth to lead the charge. And I think 3-on-1 we should be good at fighting the Librarian. Ooh, I actually now wonder... So the Daemon Prince got his stats buffed, but did these Daemon Princes, now it doesn't look like it, 35 and 41 seems pretty low in terms of melee attack and defense. Interesting. Maybe they should have buffed those guys as well, although maybe once again that would be pretty difficult for a basic army to fight, huh? I really like the, like all the LEDs on the Lords of Change, yeah? They look pretty awesome. And once again, I feel like the Daemon Princes could take a little bit more influence from their gods. Like this, if you take away the Raven Wings, or Eagle Wings, whatever, you wouldn't know that the Librarian was a Tzeentch demon at all. Like, he doesn't even have a beak face. I mean, he doesn't have to have a beak face, but you can see a few more influences there. Or also, did I say Greater Demon? I mean, Daemon Prince, Librarian, whatever. Anyway, let's check back on what else is going on in the rest of the battle. The wave count or percentage is still at 86. We've actually kept most of our units in the center this time, unlike the other two locations, mostly because I figured that we can wait for all the enemy units to slowly get to us and distract them for as long as possible while our Lord destroys the Librarian. Librarian, who's already dropped to about 33% HP, 8,000 health, which is granted more than Mal'gamoth himself, but, well, the stat comparison is pretty big. 40 armor, yeah, it's a pretty huge difference, isn't it? Although he does hit very hard, 864 weapon strength. Anyway, that should be fun. On top of that, he decided to, for some reason, land. And that's obviously a bad idea because our Keeper of Secrets is down here as well and can start smacking him in the back. And the rest of our units can drop down. He obviously is getting help from his Doom Knights and his Knights of Tzeentch, which are all around here. They're the Doom Knights and then they're the Knights of Tzeentch. But we are also moving in a lot of melee units, and I don't see too much trouble with that. We also have our Great Unclean One leading a little contingent of Plague Bearers out here, mostly because while the enemy Lord was flying around, there was really no point in trying to have the Great Unclean One below it, because there was no guarantee that it would actually land. Although I feel like I've seen the Demon Princes in these Soul Hunts land in pretty much every single time I fought this. I don't recall one ever staying in the air, even if it did have aerial enemies. Like it did here. It just, I guess, landed because it decided that, well, it wasn't going to win. Man, this is such a cluster. Like, can't quite tell what the hell is going on. Oh, the Flamers are here to support. There we go. Although it does remind me of some of the artworks. Though possibly more 40k artworks than fantasy battle artworks, but some of these as well, just like all these units just on top of each other everywhere. No wink, unfortunately. And there we go, looks like this guy has moved out of the press and Mal'gamoth is gonna follow him, and hey, the counter is here to support him as well. And the rest of our units are moving away as Mal'gamoth is trying to deliver the finishing blow here. The guy's got 4,000 HP, which is obviously not much. Plus he's wavering, so it's probably going to start disintegrating soon as well. The rest of our units are moving down here mostly to distract all the enemy range to prevent them from dishing out some actual damage. We're also summoning as many units as we can to distract the enemies on the other side. Oh, and it looks like the Keeper of Secrets is going to move in and once again help Mal'gamoth out. Although once again, I'm going with that these greater demons are just other versions of Mal'gamoth. Nice. I like that death animation. You know what they should have done? They should have done that whenever you defeated one of the Demon Princes, you got some, like, unique bits from them. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, tower. Like the, I don't know, like the arm, for example, or something like that. Or maybe even keep some unique bits for the Demon Prince locked behind defeating enemy Demon Princes, only for this type of campaign, I mean, so that defeating them actually gives you something in that regard. I think that would have been pretty neat. And then, yeah, that would change the game possibly a little bit, because maybe you could have some powerful pieces attached to the defeat of various Demon Princes, and depending on which one you do first, you'd have that particular piece, and that would allow you to do some stuff. And then, for example, if you were to dedicate yourself to a particular god, and then do a battle for that soul, or do the soul hunt for that god, or in that god's realm, maybe you could get some kind of super piece, or something like that. I don't know. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with that system. I'm just spitballing here. But anyway, this battle is just about over. The Librarian is dead. The wave's down to 3%. We're just, I think, trying to kill one last unit, which is making things difficult for us. Who's making this difficult? Oh, those are our Doom Knights, not enemy Doom Knights. But I think there were enemy Doom Knights as well, or at least I would assume so. Is that another Flamer, or is that a Secret Chariot in there or something? Something big. Oh, it's another Exalted Flamer. Yeah, certainly were a lot of them out there. And there we go. Oh, I like how all of these guys lifted off at the same time, together with their Doom Knights. I gotta get some Doom Knights in Mal'gamoth's army. I just really like them. I wouldn't even care if they weren't that effective. They're just so awesome. Alrighty, there we go. Not too bad at all, though once again I do contend that the battle for the Tzeentch soul is by far the most difficult, because you actually have to, sally out and rather than defend a single point, destroy the enemy before they destroy you from range. Unlike the other demon princes or other gods and their primarily melee forces. In terms of who did the best, obviously Mal'gamoth cleaned house, getting more kills than anybody else. Though of course our Heartseekers were no slouches, dishing out quite a lot of damage. And a decent amount of kills, not comparable to Mal'gamoth, of course, but still pretty damn good. And of course, our Allures did pretty well, but that was primarily because of magic, rather than getting personal kills. I do wish that there was a additional stat that separated magic damage from, or less specifically spell damage, from any other kind of damage. It would be interesting to know. I guess we'll take the Undivided Glory because of reasons.
Ursun is not dead. The bear still clings to life. Of course, God blood to break a curse.
Too long. I was imprisoned in shadow. Finally, my flesh returns. Flesh to tear, little demon. When I am free, you will know the wrath of a god. The bonds of the Forge are strong, and you grow weak. Our journey is not complete.
The Lord of Shadows is a shadow no more. With his curse broken, he can pursue his burning desire to enact revenge and dominate the world.
Alrighty, there we go. Taint removed. Taint. Oh, it's because we've come back from the realms, and now I guess that instantly disappears. Though we still carry the frickin' Taint of Nurgle. We gotta really get rid of that as soon as possible. But there we are. Now we got 2 souls.
Good. Another soul is ours, contained within the Tome of Fates. It would be much easier if we could collect the essence of any demon. But a true soul only comes from those with mortal origins. That is why we must slay demon princes, for their soul stuff, no matter how wretched, comes from a creature that was once mortal. So, to complete this great task, we must hunt down 2 more demonic princelings.
Alrighty, will do, but we won't do it this time around, because unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call this episode. These things always, and by these things I mean the soul battles, always do take quite a bit of time. And next time we'll start off by sending Mal'gamoth out to destroy Mr. Ulgu over here, and then he's probably going to march straight through these territories and on to Kislev and Prague. Gotta take these major territories for ourselves, especially since they're ranked 4 and 5, which should mean some very decent buildings, and maybe even some nice money-making opportunities there. I hope that we actually do take these at rank 5, i.e. we can actually build them above rank 3. I mean, it's not just Norscan stuff that we can do that with, right? Like the Grayling Moot and the Doomkeep and stuff. I really, really hope so. I'm gonna be very disappointed if it's all like Castle Alexandrinov with its garbage type of territory, but I guess this isn't Oblast, so it does make sense. And I'm pretty sure we can indeed hold Kislev and stuff and get better stuff out of it, because it would be really stupid if we couldn't, considering. Anyway, as I said, calling it here. Next time, lots of fights. Warfiend's gonna attack and probably take Erengrad, because, well, he's not had a lot of failures so far. And more fights with Mal'gamoth as he marches through Kislev. His counter-invasion, I think, is going pretty darn well so far, and will only continue to gain momentum as we go. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.